Why do you think it is people listen to one news source and only one news source when you know you're only getting what that news source wants you to hear instead of listening to multiple different ones?
Um,
Or where do you get your news from?
I don't really look into the news unless it's something that interests me or someone's trying to argue with me about it. I have very strong opinions when it comes to certain things, and they the only reason that I have those opinions is because I've done the research, so I at least feel like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, just like we talked about the 18 thing, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, please
You
don't.
Yeah, so you do know what I'm talking about. All right. Well, like I said, I don't listen to the news. Um, I don't watch on TV. I don't watch ABC. I don't do any of that stuff. But I think that it's, I don't want to say whatever channel that the person gets, but whatever they're accustomed to listening to, they trust that place and they understand that other people also trust that news source. So they're not going to put out anything bad. They're not going to put out anything that's
Why would they
wrong.
lie?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
I see what you're saying with that. For me, I get my news from Reddit. So I get it from, both ends and, different articles. So I don't really just get it from one biased viewpoint. I still have my views. There's a certain orange man I don't like or agree with, but we won't get into that. I hate the Thing from the Fantastic Four. I can't stand them. If you're pushing me to talk about, I can't stand them.
Well, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You
So,
normally don't. Anyway, you know, why would you only want to get it from one point? That's like if I wanted to know about airsoft guns and I only listened to what you told me, only did what you said. You might be right 80% of the time, but I might be right 100% of the time if I got the other 20% from somewhere else.
yeah.
So why would you lock yourself down to one news source? I just don't get it. Or people that, oh, Fox News, ABC, my God, it's fake news. It does happen. They do lie to you, but don't act like your news station is telling the truth 100% of the time either,
I like how you brought that up because for a while, uh, so I do if I get a piqued interest in something, I do a lot of research and learning about the thing that piqued my interest, right? I used to feel so bad about um and I still don't feel like I'm like, oh, I'm really good at that,
Mhm.
right? Uh but it used to be to a point where I didn't like watching YouTube videos or like tutorials or whatever, let's say to use Photoshop or something like that. I used to not like to watch that and be like, well, if I was good at this, I would just be able to teach myself. Um, that used to be a major roadblock for
Well,
me.
you can't be good at it until you watch those tutorials.
Yeah. But it's like, well, that person already knows that. And
It's because they watch somebody
he's
else's
better than, yeah.
tutorial.
Yeah. It took me a while to learn that the professor that's teaching you in college is just one chapter ahead.
Yeah, somebody else taught him. He had a professor, and then that guy had a professor. Somewhere along the line, somebody might have taught themselves. But like, if you're looking for the road, the quickest road to completion in a situation like that, you should just listen to what somebody else has to say.
And multiple, what
Yeah,
multiple
yeah,
people.
not just one person. Like your professor might know. Your professor might know 100% everything about a topic, but he physically is not going to remember 100% and be able to tell you 100% of the topic. Like this guy might know everything there's to know about Martin Luther King Jr., but he's not going to sit down and tell you everything. That's where, like, if you're interested, do the research.